Hey guys, what's up? We are back with the Infinity War spoiler discussion, review, chat, whatever you want to call it. Again, I'm going to be playing the trailer in the background because that's all I got. Yeah, we're just going to be talking about God knows what. We have no plans. We're literally just going to be talking about it like we normally would. This is spoilers
But there
again,
are
so.
spoilers.
Yes, Dan, you tell him. We got spoilers here, baby. We saw this movie. Alright.
We
Dan, you
we
want to
did
start
see
off?
this movie, and we're talking about it.
We
Wait,
are
wait, we'll
talking
give them
about
like
it.
3 seconds to X out in case I haven't seen it.
Yeah, we'll. Alright. Three, two,
So the
one. Be gone. Alright, let's
Thanos
get.
kills half the people,
He does kill half the people, and it's nuts.
but we're not gonna start there. We're gonna start with the plot hole.
Yeah, one of the biggest plot holes I had with this movie. Actually, then let's start out by saying how much. Like, we both really liked it, guys. Like, we liked it a lot, right? So I don't want people to think that we're
I
just,
say
like,
so.
roasting it. If we're gonna talk about bad stuff about it, and we're gonna be talking about good stuff about it, whatever pops into our head. So we're gonna start out with the plot hole that I see, and now Dan sees too. The Thanos is like, I don't know what. He's
Thanos
a
is a strong guy.
he's
He could
strong.
kill a lot of people.
He's a
But
really
here's the
good
question:
villain.
why did it
Yes,
take him 10 years to do all this crap, Dylan?
that's dude. That's what I don't know. Like, he's such a good villain, and his motivation makes sense. But my question is, he's from what we've seen in the MCU, he's been trying to collect the stones the entire time. So that's 10 years right there. But we don't know how long he's even been trying to do it. He could have been doing this for hundreds, if not thousands, of years. Why did he wait so long to do it his damn self? Because like the second he gets
Wait.
off the chair,
Ooh.
he accomplishes his goal so quick in like a week.
This man literally gave Loki a stone to go get another stone. When if this guy's as strong as he would have kicked the Avengers freaking asses in that first movie
Yeah,
easily. He would have had 2 stones, and it's all over at that point.
he
Why do you
basically.
wait so long?
Sorry, guys, the trailer turned off. He basically said, "Let me sit back, let these other people lose, and then let the
Let me
Avengers
give
become
away a stone
stronger."
too.
Like, it doesn't. I just wish. Basically, what I'm saying is, I wish there was a reason for why, and I can think of a very simple one that one of my friends told me, and I've thought about. All he had to say for the reason why he didn't do this sooner was that the beings in the universe beforehand were just too powerful. Because before this movie, you had some really powerful people. You had the Ancient One, you had Odin, you even had Ego, who had his own plans for the universe. All these people were incredibly strong and could have posed a threat to him. So all he had to say was, "These people are now gone. Now's my chance. Like, I don't have to be sneaky anymore. I can do it myself." And that's all it would have taken.
Yeah, it would have been simple. In the very beginning, they could have had Thor making fun of him for waiting so long. They was like, "Yeah, well, your dad and some other people were a little too strong." Then it's like, "Oh, plot hole fixed.
And dude,
Hooray!"
it would have made such sense too, and it would have like explained the first Avengers because the Ancient One is on Earth. Odin would have probably known because it's in his realm, right? It's in the nine realms. So like he would have had mad powerful people like coming to stop him if he showed up himself. But by sending like a pawn to do it, it makes it so that it's kind of like his plans are kind of covered up. So that it would have just made so
Yeah.
much sense. I don't know.
Oh
That
well.
that that's my biggest gripe with the movie over anything. It doesn't really detract, but I'm still just like, I don't know how the writers didn't think of this.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then my other plot hole, like, this one's not nearly as bad, and you can kind of guess too. I like you can kind of make your own conclusion. Like, it's kind of obvious. I just wish they explained more why Vision and Black Widow were with Steve and his group, like hiding away.
You mean Scarlet Witch or Black
No,
Widow too?
Black Widow too. Well, Scarlet Witch makes sense because at the end of Civil War, Cap and half the Avengers were criminals, so they're hiding out. I understand that. But
Yeah.
Vision and Black Widow both signed the Accords. They're not criminals, so like, why are they hiding out? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember if they explained that. I'd have to see it again.
I that's
I
the
don't know if
thing.
I picked up on it.
Maybe I missed it, but from what I saw, they didn't explain it. I guess you could say that Black Widow switched sides, or she was hiding out
Well,
because she
she
kind of
decided in the movie
yeah, she
in
switched
Civil
sides
War.
towards the end, and she obviously likes like Steve more than she likes Tony, so she probably hit out with him. And Vision, I guess, could have. You can just infer that he went with Scarlet Witch because like they're like a couple now and they like love each other. But like I wish they kind of said that because when I was watching it, I was a little
Yeah.
bit thrown off. I was like, this is kind of like confusing. What's going on here?
But you
Um,
know what? I
yeah,
did like Thanos a lot. You know what I really liked
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
I liked how the Soul Stone was on some random place
It
with the
was.
Red Skull.
Yeah, the Red Skull was kind of nuts, dude. Like it.
You know
It's
that's
what.
not the original actor that played him.
Yeah, I heard. It's
They had some expert impersonator from Walking Dead do him.
it was pretty good though.
Yeah, I thought it was the original guy. And I was
Yeah.
sitting in theater, I'm like, this guy openly trashed the Marvel though. Why is he back?
Did he? Oh, the original
Yeah,
guy?
he's like, yeah,
Or
he's
the
he
yeah.
said like, I hated doing this movie. I just didn't find it fun. I'm like, Marvel would not bring this guy's ass back.
Yeah, good thing they didn't. But like
But
the
dude,
thing is
that
like
scene, my favorite scene was when Thanos threw Gamora off the cliff.
yeah, that was
That was
brutal.
one of my
I did
favorite
not
scenes.
expect her to die. Going in,
Neither did I.
I thought it was gonna be Loki who did die. I made that prediction right. Loki, Nebula, Drax, and Captain America, and I only got like one of them right. I was very surprised
But
Gamora died.
dude, you think they'll keep her dead?
I kind of hope so. What I'm hoping is that it'll
I
be
hope
that
so.
the characters that he physically killed, being Loki, Heimdall, Gamora, and Vision, I hope they stay dead. But then all the characters that he disintegrated with the snap, I think will come back. At least
There's
like
no
majority
shot
of
they're
them.
keeping Black Panther,
No,
Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange dead. Give me a
that's
break.
that's their new
They,
lineup.
Kevin Feige has literally said that Peter Parker will give fans an insight onto the world after Avengers 4.
Yeah, it's
So, Black
the but
Panther made over $1 billion. They're not killing him.
the thing is the drama for that at the end because that was very like it was insane. No movie that I've seen has attempted to do that. They killed off millions of dollars worth of actors that they probably can't use in marketing. Like it was a giant risk
It was a
for
risk.
Avengers 4. But that's why I appreciated it. But they're not. They're definitely coming back. The reason I still liked it and found it emotional was because even if they do come back, the emotion that they were displaying, especially with Peter Parker dying, you still get to see what they're doing. Like they're still dying even if they come back. Like Peter was
Yeah.
terrified. Like when he's like I don't want to go. I don't want to go. It's like this is a kid and he's dying right now. Like even if he does come back, that's still really emotional.
And did you notice how everyone like didn't know they were gonna be disintegrated, but then Peter was the only one who like realized it beforehand? Like,
Yeah,
you think
a
that was
lot of
just
people.
spider sense?
That's what a lot of people are thinking. I in the movie theater thought maybe it was just because of how strong he was, like that he was lasting longer. But I think it makes more sense that it's his spider sense that he just like
Yeah,
senses
me
something's
too.
gonna happen. Um, yeah, I don't know. That the ending was pretty. It was upsetting because like it. What really got me at the end was when Cap dropped down next to Vision, who they freaking killed twice brutally both times. He drop he drops down next to Vision, right, and he's just like, "Oh my god." That's like what hit me is because like Cap is that character that never gives up, and he's just like the look on his face, like he just didn't know what to do, like they were just speechless,
Yeah.
which I liked.
Wait, isn't Vision's made out of vibranium though, right?
He's a mix between like vibranium and like actual tissue, like flesh.
So this guy, Thanos just pretty easily went through vibranium.
Yeah, I don't think vibranium is really a problem for him, honestly. A lot of people
But I
also
do.
talk. Go ahead, Dan. I'll let you speak.
No, you go, you go. No,
No,
this
no,
is
no,
gonna
Dan.
change the
You
topic
go.
though.
All right. Well,
This
I
is
was
gonna
gonna.
change the topic, so
All
you
right.
gotta get your thought out.
I just wanted to bring up Vision because I do want to go over like individual characters too and their cool moments. So we were speaking about Vision. I'll go into Vision now. People have been I don't know about complaining, but people have been talking about how Vision hasn't. He really didn't do anything badass or even really use his powers in this movie, which I have to say I think is a very smart decision, and I liked it. The reason being is because he is incredibly powerful. So by keeping him injured and like kind of like toned down, it made it like more realistic. I feel like if Vision and Thor were there, they would have tore way too much shit up. I feel like they had to keep Vision injured so that he couldn't be that piece to like help easily beat Thanos.
Yeah. Thor should have aimed for the goddamn head, man.
He should have. It's dude. Now I feel like now we gotta go to Thor. Unless you want to say what you said first.
No, no, it could wait.
I just want to talk about Thor because Thor really is this. I think he stole the movie honestly in so many different parts. He the amount of they buffed his character so much to it's like sick like and it's
Yeah.
almost it's somewhat of a natural progression like it's not completely explained why he's getting so much stronger but I guess you can say in Ragnarok like he realized like his actual power like he doesn't actually need the hammer it's
Yeah.
him that's mad strong and then on top of getting the new
Now he has an
hammer
axe that can go through the entire power of the gauntlet.
pretty much yeah because like when Thanos shoots that beam and he chucks that hammer and it just spins through it and just hits him in the chest like it had no problem with that.
That's why I think Thor might die in the
Yeah,
next one.
that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking that we can get into more predictions later. I think that would be a good way to end this talk. But yeah, I'm thinking that he might die just for the simple fact that he's almost getting too powerful. So to keep him in the universe would just make it like how are any villains gonna compare to him, especially Earthbound villains?
Especially
Like
with Captain Marvel coming in.
yeah, like then you're just getting basically two like insanely powerful people. Like I don't want him to become like Superman. In the Justice League was ruined for me because Superman came in at the end and beat I don't even know what the fuck his name was. My bad for cursing. I don't know what his name was.
Oh crap, hold on.
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf, yeah.
So like they were struggling the entire movie and then Superman comes in and beat his ass at the very end. I don't want Thor to become that character. You know what I mean? Like, I want there to still be struggle for the Avengers. So I think these next two movies might be his final hurrah, where they give him like incredible scenes and strength, and then he might die in the next one or sacrifice himself.
I was gonna say before, I very much liked how the original six Avengers are still alive. Isn't
Yeah,
that neat?
mm, it's dude. Like I
It's
noticed
gonna,
that
I
wall.
I wouldn't be surprised if they all die in the
Yeah, I
next
don't
one.
know what they're gonna do. I noticed that while watching that they're all left the original six, plus some
I
other
didn't
people
think of
here
that.
and there.
Like a
But
rocket. That's gonna be interesting.
yeah, it's kind of weird, like who they
Rabbit.
chose. Yeah, Rabbit. It's kind of weird they left Rocket alive. I don't know how he's gonna play out just being with the normal Avengers. But we'll see. I hope that there was a reason for why the original six are alive. I feel like that's kind of a big coincidence if there is no reasoning for it. But I don't know.
I don't know. At the same time though, like what explanation are you gonna give?
I don't know. I figured it could be maybe something to do with the Soul Stone. I don't know, but it's like what are the odds that half the universe dies, but the original Avengers are still left? I don't know. It's
Yeah.
kind of coincidental if it's like it's kind of too much. I think.
But
Yeah.
oh, I thought of another plot hole that I
Yes,
want to
Dan.
mention.
Now I want to hear it.
So, post credits,
Yes.
why didn't Fury call Captain Marvel for any other situation?
Yeah, that's. I don't
You
know. I have
literally
no
got
idea.
the fate. You literally got aliens invading New York that you are ill-equipped to fight, and you don't think it's a good idea to call Captain Marvel.
I'm hoping that they explain it in Captain Marvel. Maybe there's like some reason why she can't. Maybe I don't know. Hopefully there's some reason for that. It was a post credit, so I won't count it as like doing anything too bad in the movie. But I know exactly what you're saying.
No, it's not against the movie really. It's just a plot hole in the MCU in general.
Yeah, no, I get that. I want to just go back to Thor really quickly, just before we move on from him. I think we have to mention All right, yeah, he was really funny and stuff. I won't get into that too much, but what he had some bad ass like scenes in this movie when his new hammer Stormbreaker. Literally, he has the power of the Bifrost now at his fingertips. He's so powerful. He can transport himself anywhere in the universe. So like when he's like practically dead after the hammer's forged, and you just see his hands like twitch and lightning, and then the next time you see him, he blasts down in the Bifrost, and then he's like all covered in lightning and stuff. That's one of my favorite scenes and shots in the entire movie. And when when Banner's
Yeah.
like, he's like, "Oh, you're all screwed now." Like that was great.
I One of the things I didn't like in this movie, well, not didn't like, but I guess it was one of the things I guess I didn't like that much. My guy Captain America and Black Panther, they had like 6 lines combined.
Yeah,
They
they
barely
really
had
did.
anything.
Now I might be biased. Oh my god, I don't even know what that was. I might I might be biased, and Dan might be too. But I think is he your favorite character, Captain America?
Yeah.
He's my favorite too. I was expecting him to die. I was expecting him to like see his
So was
relationship
I.
with Tony, all this stuff. He really wasn't in it that much, and like it's not really to a fault because they were primarily focusing on the space heroes because most of the movie took place in space.
Yeah.
But like I kind of wanted to see more. This is like if you guys watched both reviews, like our non-spoiler review, you probably didn't. But we were talking about how let's be honest, like we were talking about the comedy taking away from more like the drama and character development that could have been in here. I think like that's what I'm talking about. Like like if you gave me the option to remove some of Drax's like pure comedic scenes in return to get more scenes with Black Panther, Captain America, I would take that 100%, 100%.
Yeah, so this guy, Bucky, he really did not have any lines. And he's dead now, so he's not starring in the next one. Unless they revive each other right away, which I hope they don't do.
Yeah, that's a thing. Is like
They
the
better
ground.
not.
I hope they don't revive him until much later on, if not the very end of Avengers 4. But I just want to say that's the thing with this movie is the ground Earth based heroes are really not in it that much, especially the original Avengers. Or I shouldn't say they're not in it, but yeah, they're just they don't have
They're
that much.
not in it as much.
Their dialogue is not really there. Like Dan was saying before, the cat really doesn't have that many lines. But then I just have to say, I can't move on without saying, even though Cap wasn't in it that much, every line he said, I was like, God damn, this guy's a savage. Like, I just love Captain America.
Yes.
For example, like,
Yes.
I just want, like, when he meets General Ross, let me just say that I think it's cool they at least mention the Accords to provide continuity, to show that the Accords and General Ross and the government and the UN are still a problem for the Avengers. But I loved when General Ross was telling Captain America and Steve, he's like, don't get involved, and Cap was like, listen, we're entering this fight, and if you get in our way, we're fighting you too. And I was like,
Yeah.
what a savage, what a savage.
And
It
then
was
I also liked, I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers.
that was by far my favorite joke in the
That
entire
might
thing.
that was the best joke.
It was just funny because like his character, like he's meant to be like a really polite guy, so it's like it makes sense for his character. Like he thought Groot was introducing himself, so he introduces himself, and it was just so funny. And like the scene where where Thor comes out of the Bifrost, he's like I like the haircut, and Thor's like, yeah, I see you've been copying you copied my facial hair. Like it was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cap
You know-
had some good stuff.
This guy Mark Ruffalo, he low-key spoiled the ending of this movie.
When he said everyone dies.
No, I was rewatching the video and he said that, yeah, but right before he was gonna say, he's like, you should see the next one. Everyone dies. I'm like, oh my god, he almost said it. He's so
Yeah.
stupid.
He can't contain himself. It's okay.
Ever since Ragnarok, that guy, Bruce Banner, just seems like he's high all the time.
He's so out of it, but it's almost like like in the first Avengers, he was like a pretty serious guy and he was like very intelligent. But after being the Hulk for 2 years, this guy's brain turned to mush.
he
It really
doesn't have a
did.
brain anymore.
Because even in Ragnarok, he was like being all goofy. In this movie, like he was like him and the Hulk were arguing throughout the movie. Like I love how the Hulk wouldn't come out because he was terrified because he got his ass whooped. Like it was just so funny.
Yeah.
Like
God damn.
even if you pay attention to like the details they put in this movie, like Thanos broke the Hulk's nose in the beginning in that fight.
I gotta watch for that next time.
And I gotta say, dude, that fight when Thanos was fighting the Hulk, man,
I love
that
that
was
fight.
he was punching the Hulk so fast, cause, and like when he first like the Hulk tackled him, I was like, oh, maybe they're somewhat equal strength, and then I forget which one of the which one of his children said it, but he's like, no, let him have his fun. I was like, oh shit, oh no.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know about you, but I didn't really like the Black Order that much, except for Maw. He was the only one that was somewhat decent.
They weren't fleshed out at all, but I still thought they were cool. Like they were just like kind of evil followers, like henchmen, but they were cooler than like henchmen I've seen in a lot of other movies.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Squidward.
Oh yeah, we gotta. When Tony called them Squidward, that was so funny. It was great.
Dude, I don't know if you noticed this too, but I feel like Tony was being like extra dick in this movie than normal.
That's another thing. Like, I don't want to say flaw, but like the character development kind of stopped. Like there really wasn't much development throughout this movie, and I feel like he almost backtreaded from what he was in Civil War, if you know what I mean.
Like he just started acting more like a dick.
Like in Civil War, like
He was
yeah,
calling people dipshit. He was calling people
yeah.
anything.
In Civil War, like he was trying to like he was acting like an adult. Like even though he was fighting half the Avengers, he was doing it for like a real legitimate adult reason, and he seemed like a lot more respectable. In this though, he went like you said, he went right back into being an asshole.
Yeah, I was wondering, I'm like, why is he acting like this?
I have
But
no.
then it didn't even look like anything compared to freaking Star-Lord.
Yeah, that what Star Lord did, like I get why he got like mad at Thanos at that one part because he Gamora got killed. That makes sense to me. But wouldn't it be better revenge to like take the gauntlet off him? And like he didn't even shoot Thanos. He just started beating him in the head with his gun as if it was gonna do something.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't hurt him. It just woke him up.
Like, I guess maybe in one of the timelines Doctor Strange saw, maybe like they took the gauntlet, but they maybe didn't know how to use it or something, so he just took it back, and they still lost anyway. So everything's definitely playing out according to my man Doctor Strange, but it's a little questionable.
That's the thing. It's like you don't really pick up on it unless you pay attention to Doctor Strange because it's pretty smart. They purposely make him seem more low key in what he's saying, but it actually has a huge impact. I feel like it's one of those situations where in order for them to win, they have to lose. That's what it comes down to. And Doctor Strange doesn't blatantly say that, but it's kind of obvious because that's what like it makes sense then why he gave Tony the time stone or Thanos the time stone because he just realized like I have to in order for us to eventually win.
Yeah, because he saw the one timeline where they won, and he's like,
Yeah.
okay, this has to happen.
Because that was one of my favorite Doctor Strange, if not my favorite Doctor Strange line in the movie when he told Tony, he's like, listen, if it comes to saving you, the kid, or keeping the time stone safe, I'll pick the time stone. Or I'll pick the stone. I was like, damn. So, like, I don't think he had to change a heart to then, like, try to protect Tony. I think he gave him the stone because he sees how they can win.
Yeah. And what did he say when he was about to die? He said something.
He did. I don't... Didn't he say something like, this is the end game or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
He said something like that. But it's, like, so quick that you don't really... Like, you have to be listening for it to, like, make... Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to talk about Black Panther a little bit? And, like, Wakanda?
Wakanda, you from the trailers, it made it look like it was gonna be like the entire third act is there, but it's really split. Like it's almost like it's barely in it. Well, not barely, but it's not
It's
like in there a lot or as much as you would think.
yeah, like like I said before, I'm giving them credit. I watched the Real Rejects do their spoiler review, and they were talking about how Wakanda almost feels like a cameo in an Avengers movie. And it kind of is true. T'Challa really doesn't do that much in this movie other than be the Black Panther and action scenes. And Wakanda, yeah, it makes sense to the plot why they're there. It's the most secure place on the planet. They're the only people
Yeah.
that can really help Vision. But I don't think they really use it to its max potential. Especially Black Panther. They really didn't. The way they portray it is that
No.
Black Panther is like leading the charge. He's like leading everything. He doesn't. He really doesn't have that big of a role though.
No. When like some of the characters like Bucky and Black Panther, the Russo brothers said characters who don't shine in this movie will in the next, but like they're kind of dead unless they bring them back like pretty early. I don't see how they can.
Yeah, I've no. I feel like Black Panther is more one they think that like they think it stood out for what he was meant to do. Like again, he did what
Yeah.
he had to do, but he didn't. He in Civil War and Black Panther, he gave off like the presence of like an intimidating, wise king. I didn't feel that here. He had cool lines where you're like, wow, he's kind of brave. It's kind of badass. Like when he tells them to open the barrier. That's a whole cool sequence. Like when he's like, open the barrier, and Baku's like, this will be the end of Wakanda, and then Okoye is like, it'll
Mhm.
be the noblest end in history. Like that whole sequence was cool, and that shows like Wakanda, like it shows off Wakanda a bit, but they didn't go all the way in with it. I don't think.
Yeah, they definitely could have used it more, but oh well.
Yeah, there's just so much they had to do. I think they did okay with it, and from the look of it, there was more scenes in Wakanda that they cut out, especially characterizing the Black Panther in this movie. The scene in the Chance spot when he's like, "Today we don't fight for one life, we fight for all of them." That was my favorite line in any spot or trailer, and I'm kind of upset it wasn't in the movie. I'm hoping it'll be in some sort of extended cut or something, because
Yeah.
that's a sick line, and that shows Black Panther's personality. Like he's a king. Like he just gives off that presence with that line.
Yeah. I don't really know what else to say to that. You just said everything. I don't know how to respond.
I don't know. What else you want to talk about?
Well, we hit most of everything.
We did.
We really,
I don't know, I'll say this is kind of random. We haven't talked about this at all, even just personally. Thanos is like minions or whatever they are. I don't know what they're called. I like the design
what,
of
like the
them.
army or his children?
No. His army. Like
Okay.
I don't know. I just like I've seen a lot of movies where aliens will come down and you're just kind of like you don't really like think they're anything special, but maybe they weren't. But what they did with them was cool. Like when they were trying to claw their way through the barrier and their like skin was peeling off because it was burning them and their limbs were like coming off. Like I don't know. I thought that
Yeah.
was kind of cool.
Yeah,
That's
it worked.
yeah. I liked
I don't
it.
think it was anything special, but it was good.
Eh, Pretty much. I don't know. I liked everything about it. Like Wakanda worked for me. I like Thor's arc, but I agree it could have been cut in half and more time could have been given to other people. I don't know. If my
Yeah.
biggest problem is with honestly is with a lot of the Guardians, to be honest.
What do you
I
mean?
I like a lot of like I love the Guardians, but I just think they went overboard with the comedy aspect of them.
They did, especially with the Drax being invisible. Like it was funny and all, but like
Yeah, it's
it wasted like 2 or 3 minutes of screen time.
yeah, I it's like so funny, but it could have been put somewhere else. I feel like we didn't talk
Yeah, I
about
agree.
we talked about Doctor Strange. We didn't really talk about any of the fight on Titan. Like that might have been my favorite fight.
That was my favorite part. Favorite fight, rather.
like when they were all combining their powers, especially like when they were all jumping through Strange's portals and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
like
that was
Spider-Man.
cool. Mm-hmm.
Like,
That was cool.
what do you say? Magic here, magic there. More magic here.
Something like that. It
That's
was
funny.
funny. And then like when Peter Quill puts the bomb on Thanos' back, and then like I think he gives him the finger, and then like jumps backwards into one of the portals. Like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like it's cool to see them working together, especially since they haven't met before. Like I love when heroes in these movies combine their powers or like
Yeah.
work together like that. It's really sick, and there's a lot of that in this movie for sure.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of team ups.
Yeah,
I really liked when Bucky picked up a rocket and they started spinning all around.
yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. It reminded me of Groot and Rocket in the first Guardians. But yeah, so we both really like this movie. It's in my top 3 or 4. It's up there. But I just wanted to take this opportunity to talk about some of the flaws because it's not perfect. There were plot holes and
No,
stuff in
it's
here,
definitely
but
not.
yeah, just talking about random character moments and things we liked and didn't like about it. That's all I got to really say.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
that's
yeah.
pretty much it.
Alright, guys, thank you for watching this talk or discussion or whatever you want to call it. I know it's probably long and kind of random too, but if you like talking about movies, make sure to subscribe because there's going to be a lot more of these and more platformed and cut back reviews. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in the next video.